Okie dokie. All right, so I had everything right on the screens in front of me, so I thought I was doing good. And then I looked and I realized I got through the whole forecast. I looked over another screen and the camera was up, and I can't talk over that camera. So, anyway, I am sorry for just putting up a camera for about 10 minutes. And meanwhile, I was jabbering along thinking I was giving you guys the forecast, and it just was going nowhere. So, oh well, a lot of buttons. You should see the setup that we have here. There's a lot of buttons, 4 computer monitors. There's a lot going on, and if you don't press one the right way, you don't get the forecast out there. All right, so here we go with the forecast. I can see it all working now. Temperatures this morning in the 60s. It's very comfortable outside. Beautiful start to the day. I got a big window over here. I can see the blue skies and just beautiful conditions here that we have across the Gulf Coast, and looking really good here for us this morning. Satellite radar, the one difference between today and the last couple of days, a few more clouds around today, but once again, it's still going to be a beautiful day. No worries about any rain. All right, so let's talk about the weather storm. What is the story? What is what we're going to see next several days? How is the pattern shaping up? And everything revolves for us around this. This is what we call a high pressure ridge. Winds flow clockwise around a high pressure ridge, and there's a couple ways I generally will I'll describe these things to people. One, like a mountain. Think of it as a big mountain. Everything has to kind of go around it. The other good description here is it's a good offensive line, like an Alabama offensive line, right? Blocking any weather trying to come its way. It'll block everything around it. And these are very typical at this time of year, especially when we're in that transition period between spring and summer. These will set up, and see these systems, they try to come on down like they do all spring. You know, they come through all spring, bring in this rain, cool air behind it. They run into these high pressure ridges and they get blocked and they stop. They don't make it down here. And then that allows us to warm up, dry out, and then go into this transition to summertime. All right, everybody's joined here on Facebook. I do appreciate it. If you're joining again, thank you for your patience. Like I said, there's a bunch of things going on in our little News Now Center, 4 computers, a lot of stuff, a lot of buttons to press, and I just pressed the wrong button. All right, so Futurecast. So here's that high pressure ridge, and what's going to happen is it's going to hold tight here across the southeast, blocking all these systems to the west of us. Now, you can see it's going to rain pretty good. See, it all depends on where these things set up, right? It's set up over the southeast, over our area, but once you get to the western Gulf, they're going to be getting the rain because this southeast flow is going to give them plenty of rain and moisture over in Texas and parts of Louisiana, and that's going to be the case throughout the week. Now, for us, does that mean zero rain this week? No, there's still going to be some isolated showers around, but the bulk of the rain stays west of us. This continues to block and push all that rain to the west throughout the week. That's Thursday, and this continues to happen day after day as we go through this upcoming week. So this is, like I said, very typical in May. It's you go to this from these springtime systems, bringing the rain, bringing the rain, bringing the rain. Then you have this happen. This sets up the ridge, blocks everything. We begin to warm up. The humidity starts to pick up, and eventually we transition into more of our regular, our summertime pattern. And that's exactly what we anticipate here with this. There's the Futurecast close in for today. Like I said, today, just a few clouds passing by, real quiet here across the area. So as we go through the morning, temperatures will warm on up, should be near 80 by lunchtime. And that's how it goes through the morning. And then the afternoon, it's going to be warm. But still, today, not as bad with humidity, so things will be fairly comfortable as long as you can find some shade. 83 in Crestview, Bruton 84, Chatham 85. I'll zoom on down, and Mobile and Baldwin County is very nice here for us this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, low 80s in Mobile along the eastern shore, maybe mid 80s up around Calvert. Something you'll notice here on the map is you see the yellow and then orange. The orange is the 80s, but you can see some yellow right along the coastline. This where it's a little cooler. Sea breeze as a natural air conditioning. The water temperature is mid 70s, so the breeze coming off the water cools things down right along the coastline. And you see the same deal over here in the Panhandle, a little cooler by the water. 80s, though, once you go inland. All right, so beach forecast okay. I say okay because unfortunately the surf is picking up. Winds are getting a little stronger out of the southeast today, so that's picked up the rip current risk to moderate. Of course, make sure you wear plenty of sunscreen if you are going to be out today. So a good day for hanging out on the beach. Just be careful if you're getting in the surf. Pay attention to the surf conditions. Offshore, you can see it here. The winds are out of the east at 20. This is the Orange Beach buoy. It's about 12 miles offshore, I believe, gusting up to around 22 miles an hour. The big number, though, is the waves. Yesterday it was less than 2 feet. Today we're getting up to 4 1/3. So starting to see bigger waves out there. It's just telling us those winds over the Gulf have picked up and things are getting choppy and offshore. And that means also to have a small craft caution out there today. So you're probably going to want to stay out of the offshore area and stay in the protected waters as best you can, because even the bays are going to be a bit choppy, so it's something to keep in mind. We'll have a high tide right through this afternoon. And once again, there's those seas building up 4 to 5 feet, already over 4 feet. All right, so here's your outlook. And like I said, this is talking once again about that ridge of high pressure building in. So this is a different pattern than what we've seen here so far through the spring. Remember, so far through the spring, we've had systems coming on down, lots of rain for a couple of days, then get a break of a day or two, then another system comes on down, then another system. It's just been repetitive, and we've had so much rain here this spring. Well, we're breaking out of that spring pattern. That high pressure, ridge of high pressure is going to be in place this upcoming week. It's going to block most of the rain from getting here. We could still see some pop-up showers on that southeast breeze in the middle of the week, but once again, you're only talking 20% chances, isolated chances, so nothing widespread. And the temperatures and humidity will be coming up as well. You can see the afternoon highs to the mid-80s, which doesn't sound that hot, but once again, you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel a lot warmer. And the mornings, you can definitely see the mornings are warming up. We've had 50s the last few mornings. We'll go into the upper 60s, maybe even the low 70s by the end of that 10 weeks. So, 10-day outlook here. So we are transitioning to a full-on summertime pattern here. It's going to start getting a lot hotter. So I hope you've enjoyed the beautiful weather the last few days. We're about to hit that heat of summertime. We're just going to go through this transition. A little bit drier, but warming up. Still getting a bit more humid here as we go through the next week and a half. For everybody that was patient, I appreciate it. For everybody that joined, I really do appreciate that. This is take 2 because I messed up with the buttons on the earlier one. It's Sunday morning, sorry. So anyway, enjoy your, at least it's a quiet forecast. It's a warming forecast. You know what, I know a lot of folks want to see it warming up because you want to get in the pool. Pool water's been kind of cold because we've had cool mornings. We've had a lot of rain. That's kept the pools cold. The surf has been a little bit cooler than normal. So I know a lot of folks really do want to see some summertime warmth, and we're going to start working our way there, folks. So we're going to go through it. This takes us to like what the 25th or 26th here. So we're getting closer towards the end of May through this 10-day outlook. We know things are going to warm up, and once we start warming up, no going back, guys. We're going to head into several months of the summertime heat. Everybody, I do appreciate you joining here this morning. I hope you have yourself a great day, a great Sunday, and a great week upcoming. Like I said, a quiet week ahead for us, which is good to say after so many weeks of dealing with so many, big systems with lots of rain and strong storms and stuff like that. Nothing like that this upcoming week. It's going to be pretty quiet. If you got practices and things like that, you shouldn't find any issues out there here for your next week and a half. Have a good one. We'll catch up with you soon. We'll be on at Fox 10 News at 9 p.m.